Wow, did you guys capture that? A tight squeeze. I drive in one of the worst places possible, Richmond, BC. If you know, you know. And I'm crazy enough not to have dash cam, because I, to be honest, haven't really cared, but I've almost been hit almost every day of my life. Redtiger has sent me out their F17 Elite, and there are 24-hour hardware kits that we're gonna install in my daily driver Mazda 3 today. We're gonna go through all these specs on the F17 Elite, which is new to their lineup. I'm gonna show you how to install it into your car with the hardware kit as well. And we're gonna see if this is good enough to keep me safe in Richmond. First thing I must say, this packaging is gorgeous. It's giving very clean, and these guys know what they're doing. Now, I actually saw Redtiger booth when I was at SEMA, and everything looked really good. So I was actually kind of excited to come home and try this out. Ooh. It's giving iPhone unboxing. Get a little clean diagram here telling you what everything is about. Take a look here. We can see we have now got in here. So go ahead and pop out our main camera here. Oh my god. And this is a big boy. This feels like I'm holding a one of those little camcorders from back in the day that your mom and dad would have. But this kind of means this is good, because you know that you're getting a lot of capability out of this. When you buy the bundle, you'll see that they actually include a 128 gigabyte micro SD, so you don't have to worry about that. It comes with the 1080p camera for the interior on the back of it, and then the native 4K camera on the front. Comes with adhesive at the top with your ports to plug everything in. This is a touchscreen unit with voice control, although we do have some buttons on the bottom, but this looks very, very nice, and it's not too heavy either. Gonna pop this little guy out. This is our camera for the back window. This is a 2.5K camera, so we still got a lot of quality going on here as well. This rotates, and we have the adhesive here with the plug on the side to connect it to the front. User manual and a sticker, more cables and more adhesive. Then we have our power supply and a little trim popping tool. This right here is everything you will get in the main box. Now they do send out their 24-hour hardware kit as well with the main bundle. This is going to ensure that you are covered 24/7 for break-ins or even bumps, hit and runs, etc., which is actually very common in Richmond, believe it or not. So it's going to come with all our wiring, fuses, tap-ins, everything that you guys need to run this 24 hours, and a instruction manual, which is going to be very important. So the features of the F17 Elite is what really sets it off from the competition here. So like I said, we're looking at a 3-channel camera. We have the front, we have the interior, and then we have the reverse or backup or behind you camera. Native 4K in the front, 1080p in the back, and 2.5K in the rear. This also features Wi-Fi 6, so you can connect to an app on your phone, upload all your footage, and just make it easy file transfer. You're also getting 24/7 true color in the interior camera, which is normally a black and white on competitors, but we're actually staying true color for our interior at night. What's really setting us apart is the Starvis 2 processor with HDR. HDR means that when it's bright outside and you have a little bit more shadows and then something a bit more brighter, it really works to even out the color so that everything stays clear. There's gonna be no blurriness, no nothing. Everything's gonna be sharp, especially when you need those license plate numbers. Like I said, we're also gonna get a touchscreen, and you're gonna have voice control on this to make it really easy to use. Now, when you buy the F17 Elite from the official Redtiger site itself, free 128 gigabyte SD card, you're gonna get the free parking monitor kit with the bundle. You're also gonna get an 18 plus 6-month warranty. So you're gonna be covered for over 2 years, which is incredible for something like this. With that being said, all that is gonna get you this for just 240 USD on their official website right now. Now we gotta install this thing in the car and see what kind of footage this thing's gonna capture us. Now it does look a little overwhelming. I promise you it really isn't. If you do not want to install your 24-hour hardware kit, then we can leave this out to the side, and all you need to do to connect to power is plug it into your cigarette lighter, which in my case would be just right here. Figure out where you want this camera to be. A reverse camera is also really easy. Now, I do want to remember that the interior camera wants to be visible. I just place it off slightly. That way I can run my wires up to my headliner. And then with our back camera, I want the lens to be perfectly center, so I will place it roughly about here. Now for the 24-hour monitoring harness, we've gone ahead and plugged it in on the passenger side of the Mazda 3 here. The yellow connection represents a constant power, the red connection represents a ignition switch, and the black connection represents the ground. So out of these 3 wires, colors. Your black is going to be the ground, which we have installed to one of the grounds. Redtiger provides you with all these fuse tap connections. What you do is you find where you want to tap, remove the fuse and plug it into here, and then plug this in just like that. So we've gone ahead and tapped into our radio and our OBD fuse. Radio only turns on with the ignition, and the OBD is on constantly. Power to our 24-hour monitoring system. Now, this end needs to plug into the power on the dash cam, which we will follow where we just did our reverse camera wiring and into the dash cam. So regardless whether you installed this with your 24-hour kit or you plugged it into your cigarette lighter, we should be able to start our car. Then what's really cool is it fires up, and then we can go ahead and go through all our settings, and we do have a touch screen here. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cool. We have all our buttons right here. We have a power button, a menu button, delete button, right button, and the OK. We hit our menu button. It's got all these different settings. Look at all of this. So one really cool feature about our little camera here is it has voice recording. So show rear camera, show front camera. That's actually really responsive. I'm really impressed. Turn off screen. Turn on screen. You can turn that off and on in the settings. So if you want a lower resolution, you can go ahead and go into your resolution and change that. You can change your sound recording. Your G sensor is how much the camera is gonna shake and when it should record that. You can set that low, high, and medium. What's really cool if you have your parking mode is you can have it up for your G trigger. You can have it on time-lapse recording. I think what's really cool about this unit is it has things like GPS, and it actually works. So you can use our app on the computer and it will show you where you are on a map. This was recording. So if you got into a little bit of accident, a fender bender, or something, you know, hit your windscreen and you're like, oh, I forgot where I was, we'll be able to show you on your computer. You can switch through your screens with this little button right here. But if you wanted to see all of them, you can change the rotation, fronts, inside, and L back. You can see all your playback footage here. There's so many different folders and everything to go through. As you guys can see, I have connected to the dash cam on my phone. On the dash here, you can see all your information, how much SD card storage you have as well. You can also play with all your settings through your phone to adjust onto the camera. You can also go through every single file you have on here. You can change this from 1 minute to 3 minutes to 5 minutes as well, depending on what you want. Let's test out this camera, see what's going on, and see how it performs. So I'm going to attempt to do a mini dash cam vlog. We are currently driving, and this footage is exclusively from the F17. Remember, we are filming in 4K up front, 2.5K in the back, and then 1080p on the inside. So as we're driving along here and I'm looking at my camera, screen has gone into a screensaver mode, so it doesn't bug me. We got a Subaru in front of us. I honestly can't read it, so we can see if this T1 behind us gets up close, tailgates us. No, he's a good man. Wow, did you guys capture that? Never slid my ABS so bad in a car before in my life. Coming up here is the railway, which is like a ramp. Let's see. A tight squeeze. Almost just recorded myself getting into an accident. Can I just get a 6-piece nugget and a medium iced coffee? POV, you're in the McDonald's drive-thru. Now that we've got daytime, let's try nighttime. All right, here we are at nighttime. My headlights aren't great, so this is a real good test for this camera. Pretty dark streets, no lights. Okay, are we able to see that license plate in front of us? So now that I have all my footage, what's really neat when you put your SD card into your computer is that there's different folders for your front, back, and inside cameras for events, your photos, and your videos. So it makes it so easy to navigate through here. But you also have the Redtiger player, which will show you exactly what I just told you. Plus, it'll show you where you were and a bunch of different other cool features. This is really neat coming from this dash cam, as it's hard to find your stuff sometimes, and it's all separate and easy to use. So what do you guys think about that dash cam? I really love the 3-channel feature. Having all these different angles is just so nice to have. It looks great during the day, and it actually looks pretty good at night too. There's so many different features to go through. I feel confident leaving it there and just filming everything. And I know that if something happened, it's gonna be saved and it's gonna be accessible and really easy to get footage either off my phone or off the SD. If you guys wanna buy one yourself, I'll leave the link down in the description below. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.